Good morning. So, yesterday I forgot to tell you who I am. Guess that might be kind of helpful, right? So, my name is Tammy. I am about to be 46 this month. And I have 5 children. Five. Five. I birthed 4, adopted 1. Um, and I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. When I say beautiful, beautiful. I'm not trying to be one of them grandmas that's biased, because everybody think their babies are beautiful. But no, y'all should know if your babies are cute or not. But my babies are cute. Um, and it's kind of crazy because they kind of both look like me. Okay, I'm not trying to say that I'm beautiful, but my grandbabies are beautiful. So I have a girl who's 2 and a little boy who's 1. And they are absolutely a joy of my life. I don't get to see my 2-year-old as often because she lives down south, but the 1-year-old is here in the same town. And that's going to be my little entertainer, honey. He is something else. So if you ever want to check him out, you can find him on TikTok. Actually, you can find both of them because I do post both of them, but the little boy is a little more, he just put that camera in his face and he's ready to perform. So, my TikTok handle is Tammy Kyler, I think 125. Go check him out, honey. He's hilarious. He is just too much. We go to events or whatever, put music on. He's ready to dance. He's ready to sing. Can't sing a lick. Can't carry that damn tune. But you can't tell him nothing, honey. He is on it. Anyways, so yep, I got, like I said, 5 kids. They are all grown except for the child that I adopted. He is 14, and that's the one I said I'd tell you about another time, honey. We would have to do a series on him, honey, because he is a piece of work. Anyway, just thought I'd come on here and say I forgot to tell y'all who I was, because that might help, huh? That might help. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about my little plane, fear of flying. Let me tell you about how God worked. How about our trip got canceled? I was so thankful when I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to go. At least not right now. I get to hold off for a while. I don't have to get on a plane. Let me see. Can y'all see me when I lean forward? I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Anyway, I don't have to get on a plane. And I am so thankful. Yeah. How I get rid of these? How I get these bags, these dark circles. Because, baby, if I don't look like a raccoon, it don't make no sense. We shouldn't have to go through this. Like, men don't have to go through nothing. Got some blessed souls, honey. But us women, we get everything. We get the bags. We get the dark circles. We get the acne. We get the hormones. First is puberty, then it's cycles every month. And you got all those wonderful hormones. And then there's menopause, perimenopause, then menopause. Child, what did we do to deserve all this here torture, honey? I just want to know if anybody made it to heaven. Did anybody had a conversation with Eve? Because if they didn't, I'm going to make it my business to find homegirl, because you could have ate another apple on another tree or something. Because that don't make no sense why we got to go through all this here. Oh. Okay, now I done told y'all, don't come for me about my makeup. Y'all know I don't know what I'm doing. My daughter, she told me yesterday, Mom, you got to wet your beauty blender. I'm like, oh yeah, I be forgetting about that. And it looks like today I put too much. I'm trying to make myself look like Casper the Ghost. It'll even out though. I hope. Otherwise, I'll wipe this sucker off because I don't like looking like Casper the Ghost. I got a question for my mixed chicks. Okay, so I'm mixed, black and white, right? My mom's white, my dad's black. What do you identify as? You know, that's that question that everybody all love to ask me. Do you identify as black? Do you identify as white? Or do you just identify as mixed? Because, you know, for the longest time, we didn't have options on the paperwork. We always had to pick other. What the hell is another? I just never understood. Why am I other? Why is there even race anyways? We're all one human race, right? We all bleed the same. You cut us open, we're all the same, right? So it's just, you know, skin tones are different. If we were all the same, it'd be boring. Anyway, okay, I put water on it, so we're gonna see if this blends better. Anyways, yeah, I just want to know my little 45 years. What you know, people have always asked me what do I identify as, or you know, who do I relate more to? And you know what's crazy? I've always said I identify as black because, you know, they always taught you, you got any little piece of black in you, you black, right? I don't know if that's really true. I just think that might have been the theory back in the day. Anyways, I've always identified as black. And, honey, you could tell me my skin went darker than it is now. And so, Chaga, when I get on pictures and videos, I'd be like, dang. I don't look black at all. But honey, you can't tell me. I look at my skin, I be swearing I got me a nice little tan, honey. You can't tell me nothing. But honey, I'm just as pale as I want to be. I get out in that sun and I burn. I don't tan. Well, I guess I do a little bit, but I burn mostly. As a child, I was dark, but as I aged, my skin just gotten lighter. So I don't know. But I'll tell somebody quick. I'm mixed. I do get confused to be a part of the Latinx community. But honey, I can't tell you a lick of Spanish. I mean, I know a little Spanish. I know more than I can actually translate back. I can say that. I did take Spanish in school. But, that's it. That's all I could tell. I can hold the basic conversation. I do want to learn more. I'm actually going to go to school and take Spanish again for a college course. I took it in high school, but what happened was I was a little fast little thing in high school, became a teenage mom. Had my first child at 17 years old, junior in high school. Don't get me wrong, now I was spoiled in school. My teacher spoiled me. I was homecoming queen my junior year, and I made homecoming court my senior year. Ended up getting pregnant again my senior year. Graduated with 7 months pregnant with one child and a child on the way. Anyway, I was kind of ashamed on my second pregnancy that I got pregnant again. And so I went to a pregnancy school. And it's kind of like a self-taught school. But, you know, I was kind of educated. And the courses, they didn't have the teachers there or the staff to teach me the subjects that I was taking in school. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get close. I'm blind, so I gotta get closer to closer to the thing, mirror. That, yes. And so I they didn't have teachers to teach me, you know, my courses. Like I was taking trig and Spanish too, and you know, chemistry and all that stuff. And they didn't have that. They didn't have the teachers there to teach me. And I'm like, just because I got pregnant doesn't mean I'm stupid. You know, I just didn't protect myself. There's that. And so, you know, I same father, you know, same father for both children. And so when I was not getting the grades that I usually get when I'm at, regular school. I was making A's and B's, and when I was in traditional setting, I had to get back, honey, because I'm like, I'm about to graduate, and I can't have D's and F's. Like, what is that? C's? I don't do that. So, I had went back to regular school, and my teachers just felt sorry for me, and they just passed me, child. They gave me a D in my little Spanish class, and just so I can graduate, because they knew I was struggling. And it's like, just because you took Spanish 1, right when you get to Spanish 2, they start talking to you straight in Spanish. I'm like, hold up. We ain't learned conversational Spanish yet. We just learned the basics. And so, that was hard for me. To this day. So, I hope y'all can see me, because I'm trying to get this thing done. Anyways, oh, no, sir. Y'all see this? I can't do this for nothing. It's always this eye. That's why I said, let me start with this eye first, because I always mess it up. Hold on, we got to try this again. Sorry about that. Y'all hear Xavier? I told you he's special. He's special, y'all. He in there screaming like he has Tourette's. And he might. I just don't know yet. We got to get him tested. I think he's got like maybe a low case or something. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, we're going to go to the eye that I know that works. Anyway, so, they graduated me. Graduated me. They allowed me to pass with a D in my Spanish too. So I had to do what I had to do. But, that didn't stop me. I had very supportive parents, which I am so thankful of. I was still in band, and yes, I am a band geek. And on my senior year, in band, they always do where they, you go out there and they have senior night. And so me, my mom, and my son CJ, we walked on that stage for senior night, and the crowd just went crazy. And I don't know why, but they did. And my band director said, and her son CJ and this and that. And, students came to me the next, that next Monday, whatever, and told me, like, my mom was so pleased and impressed by you, the fact that you had a child and you were still in school and doing your activities and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I'm still doing my stuff. Thankfully, like I said, I had supportive parents. And if it weren't for them, I don't know where I'd be. But, I still went to college and still worked and still got into the field that I wanted to be in. And so, I was blessed in that category. Okay, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to focus so I don't hold y'all on for forever in 3 days like I did yesterday. Anyways, long story short, I don't know where I was going. See, when you turn 45, 46, you start a conversation and you can't remember what you was talking about. I haven't officially gotten to that stage to where I walk in a room and I forgot where I was getting. Like, I always thought that people were joking about that. But no, that's a real thing, y'all. Be prepared for y'all younger folks. Be prepared. Because it happens. For real. Whether I want to believe it or not. Anyway, I am going to go back to school and get that Spanish. Get that Spanish down. Or take Babbel. But I want to credit because I actually want to go and enroll in FAMU. And if I was still young, honey, I would try to be in that marching 100. FAMU band is awesome. Now, the school I went to was, it's a mixed school, but it's still kind of predominantly white. And, but our band, honey, we was the jump back in the day. And, I had always wanted to be in what they called, what are they called now? Not color guard. Drum corps. I always wanted to be in drum corps, but with having kids, that squashed that. So I didn't get to do any of those dreams. I also wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a Miami Heat cheerleader or a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader because I cheered most of my life. A little Pop Warner, and then of course, then high school. I only did high school my ninth grade year because the coaches, when I tell you, them coaches did not like me. They said I bounced too much. I'm like, honey, I can't help it. I got a little, pizzazz under me. And then, of course, band took a lot of my time. And the fact, I had to turn cheerleading down because of band, because band is, very demanding. I remember trying out my ninth grade year for basketball cheerleading because band is not as demanding during winter season. And they turned me down, like, cause I made it the football season, but I ended up quitting because just I wasn't vibing, and with being a band, I wasn't getting all the practice I needed with cheerleading. And honey, I couldn't tumble for nothing. When I tell you I can't tumble for nothing, I took the whole summer. Now we had gymnastics, we had to go gymnastics. I still can't do it. I can only do a cartwheel. That's it. That's all I got for you. Cartwheel. Anyway, round off. My body it didn't understand the concept of a round off. Like I knew you're supposed to come across, bring the feet together, bring it down. I couldn't do it. They put harnesses on me to help me. I did it the whole summer. I still couldn't get nothing down. That's a doggone shame. My body just said, nope, let me dance. Let me jump, do my little jumps. I can hit a split. I can't tumble, honey. Just put me in the bag. I'll be on people that, they squat down like this when everybody else is tumbling and we squat down. Do me. I'll do that. Because I couldn't tumble for nothing. But I loved cheering. And then after I graduated high school, I actually went back and coached Pop Warner cheerleading for a few years. And I loved it. I think I coached until I moved to North Florida. And then I tried to do it up here, but then I noticed the style of cheerleading up here is way different than it is in South Florida. And forgive me for what I'm about to say, but South Florida, we do a lot of, I was in a predominantly white cheer squads, of course. But the football players were majority black because of where we were at. But anyways, the cheers are predominantly white cheers. There wasn't the stomping and this and that, and like there is that you see a lot now. And I don't think this thing works on under eye. We're not going to worry about it. So when I moved up here, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand, like, well, this is not cheerleading. What is this? This is stomping. This is not cheerleading. I could not grasp it. To this day, I really can't. I feel like that's not cheerleading. But then I had to learn it's a cultural thing, in predominantly black and brown community, cheerleading is more of the stomping and, more of the chanting and this and that. So I've learned to appreciate it now and actually follow a few groups on TikTok because I just, it's beautiful now. But what I've grown up on is what you see like on ESPN when you throwing people up in the air and they doing all kind of junk. So it was hard for me to teach that, hard to teach cheerleading because that is not what they're used to. We were very disciplined. We were, very competitive. Oh my gosh. We were very competitive. Have you ever heard of the Naples Gators? Down in Naples, Florida? Honey, no, sir. We would have jumped. We ain't come in regular school buses. We rode charter buses. We had different outfits, winter outfit, regular outfits. We had bags, jackets, you named it, honey. We would have jumped back in the day. Anyway. So yeah, I had coached that for a while until I moved up here. Till I actually moved to Gainesville, I should say. And then the bands too, I noticed the bands are a lot different up here. Down south, the bands are very competitive. We didn't play that. We very disciplined, heel toe marching, and it was always a theme. It was a theme to your performance. And of course, we would always end with like a dance. And we were like little FAMUs. There was a bunch of little FAMUs down south. And I'm sorry, Bethune-Cookman, I'm not trying to degrade you, but everybody always compared everybody to fam down south. Although, I did want to go to Bethune-Cookman when I was in high school. Because I wanted to be, what are they called? The golden 14 karat solid gold dancers or something like that. 14 karat gold dancers, I think they were called. Because at that time, I didn't really know about FAMU like that. But I would hear them mentioned. And it wasn't until I moved to Gainesville that I really, really heard about FAM. And then, of course, when I moved to Tallahassee, they're just the highlight of my life. Like, wherever they're at, I try to find them, honey. I'm just chasing them down because I am such a band geek. I think we're good. And it's sad, too, because sometimes it can get really good. And, hold on, y'all. And I'll cry. I'm such a crier. Like, performances, it just touches my core. Like, I don't know how to explain it. My kids will look at me, they're like, really, Mom? And I'm like, y'all don't feel it? Y'all don't feel it? Like, band performances, cheering, even play productions, I can get very emotional. That's probably why I like Disney so much. Because it's very theatrical. And I can feel it, honey. I feel that Disney magic. Just going to the opening performances. I'm boo-hooing crying every time. My kids look at me like I'm crazy. I might be a little crazy when it comes to that. But I've always been that way. Even when I was a little girl, like when my sister, I have an older sister, she's 6 years older than me, and she was in band. And I remember going to her performances, like whether it's, football season or winter season, and just watch them perform. And I would get emotional. Like I would cry just watching them. So I've always been like that. When I go to church and the church was you can ask my cousin Bertram. I used to say, church is so depressing because I would cry every time. I don't know why. I'm just crazy, y'all. But yeah, every time. So I think I'm just a theatrical person and I just feel it. And it just touches me and it moves me and I just cry. And I can't watch my kids perform. They had to learn that at an early age. I will watch it for a little bit and I have to sit in the back because I didn't want everybody to see me cry. So I would sit in the back or stand by the door because I would have to walk out to get myself, under control because I didn't want to be out there snot nose crying watching my babies perform. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Y'all know how I am about my buns. Leave me alone. It's just ridiculous how I am. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go because I was already told I shouldn't have these long videos. My kids already got on me. Nobody wanna watch those 30-minute long videos. But honey, I could talk. So that's just me. I could talk. I don't know. Maybe it's a theater me. I don't know. But so I'm gonna end it. Oh, I do put lipstick on, y'all. I put a little gloss or something on my face, so I don't go out looking completely bare. Anyway, I hope y'all have an amazing day. And go and do great things. Make somebody smile today. You never know what people are going through. Make them smile. It's all about that smile. Bless somebody today. All right. With love. Have a good day.